Number 4 says to simplify the following expressions. For these, we need to know our perfect squares, our perfect square list. Which of these numbers is a factor of 24? We say 4. So I'll do square root of 4 times the square root of 6. Okay? Well, we know that the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So what I'm doing is I'm replacing square root of 4 with 2. Square root of 6 is an irrational number and cannot be simplified. Therefore, this is our final answer. For B, which of these numbers on my square root list is a factor of 27? That answer is 9. Square root of 9 times 3. Again, the square root of 9 is 3. So I'm going to replace square root of 9 with 3. This is my final answer. For C, you now have a coefficient, and with coefficients, means to multiply. The largest perfect square factor of 48, some people say 4, but that's not the largest. The largest one is 16, so I'm going to say square root of 16 times the square root of 3. Again, the square root of 16 is 4. So here I'm going to replace the square root of 16 with 4. I'm going to multiply those values. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 square root of 3 is my answer. For corrections, simplify the following expressions. Notice there are 3 different ones to do. For letter D, we have 3/4 square root of 80. 16 is the largest perfect square factor of 80, so I rewrite it as square root of 16, square root of 5. The square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 5 is irrational. 3/4 of 4 is 3. My answer is 3 square root of 5. Now this is saying the cube root of 24. So now if I want to list my perfect cubes, they are 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, etc. I need to find a number on this list that's a factor of 24, so I say the cube root of 8 and the cube root of 3. The cube root of 8 is 2. This is not a perfect cube, so we leave it like that. 2 is a coefficient, 3 is the index, this 3 is the radicand. Which of these numbers, again, on my perfect cube list, I'm doing cubes because this index is 3. Which of these numbers is on, which number on this list is a factor of 54? We say 27. The cube root of 27 is 3. And 2 is not a perfect cube, so we leave it like that. For corrections, simplify the following expressions. 2/3 square root of 27, cube root of 40, and the cube root of 128. For this last row on your test, all of these were perfect squares or perfect cubes. The square root of 400, I put in my calculator, it's 20. Okay, we don't need to do square root of 100 times square root of 4 because this is a perfect square. We only do this two factor stuff when it's not a perfect square. But it's interesting how this works. Square root of 100 is 10 and square root of 4 is 2. Get the same answer. The cube root of 125 is 5 and the cube root of 216 is 6. The corrections, unfortunately, there are none available for this section.